Christmas, everybody, and welcome to the Geek Vault with my small panel. Yes, I know my panel's supposed to be bigger. He's running late, but like that's it's okay. He'll be casually late. So let me introduce to you first my great friends that are celebrating the holidays with me here. To my immediate right is Dave from Dave's Dimension. We have below me right here my brother from another mother, JMC Joe. And then my West Coast brother with a bad hat that he sleeps in, folks. My boy Carlos T3. Everybody here, we do have EC Collects Colin coming in. So I just want to say thank you guys. Happy holidays for whatever holiday you celebrate. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa, Festivus, whatever. I don't know what you celebrate, but hey, the grievances are not going to be aired tonight. There is no Festivus poll, but we are here to just kind of celebrate and talk a little bit about the holidays. I know growing up as, a Latino male in a predominantly Italian neighborhood, a lot of my Christmas was kind of always foreshadowed with tons of Christmas lights and the array of food. If I went to my friends' houses, and I know Joe can tell me this from experience, it's like you had the antipasto. For those that don't know, that's like all your, your meats, your charcuteries, and all that stuff. And then you have your pasta, which they had every kind. If you didn't like cheese, eat the one that's just olive oil and garlic. If you love cheese, they had lasagna, rigatoni, pasta alla vodka, and then don't even get into the meat, chicken, turkey, this, that, and the third. So it was awesome to see that. So I wanted my brothers here to share kind of something that they remember growing up, or maybe a tradition they've adopted in their families now, as they've been we're all married and intermarried to our families. What traditions do you guys have? So we're gonna start. I'll start it off, and then we'll go to Joe, then we'll go to Dave, and then we'll clean up with Carlos, and then eventually when Colin gets here. So I remember growing up, one of the big things was Christmas Eve. We'd always go to my grandmother's house. And whenever we went to my grandmother's house, it was always fun because it was like my grandmother literally lived in the projects. She had a 1-bedroom apartment, and imagine 26 kids in her bedroom because the grandkids were segregated to the bedroom. We'd fight over one TV in there, and it was hilarious. The men would be in the living room drinking beer, coquito, whatever, chilling, talking about whatever was going on in the news, politics, whatever. And then the women were in the kitchen and usually spread out onto the dining room table. And that's how it was. Now, if you were a teenager, sometimes you were lucky to go outside and like you could chill outside if you wanted to freeze your ass off. But it was always this great time with your cousins and the food and the smells. And like I remember being 18 and getting my first sip of coquito. Oh my God, that stuff blew my mind. If you love coconut and cinnamon and rum and well, I'm lactose intolerant now, so I'd have to make it a little different. But if you love all the other crap that's inside of it, oh my God, you can get drunk off of that. Somebody say coquito? Exactly, Luis. That stuff is mwah. But that's some of the memories I remember was just the food, the fun, and the families, and Christmas Eve. And Christmas Day was always, we celebrated at a different house.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Joe.
So much like you, I was the opposite. So I'm Italian, but I grew up in a predominantly Puerto Rican and African American neighborhood. So a lot of my friends were Puerto Rican and black. So, but that was great for me because I got to be able to learn different cultures and eat their food and all kinds of stuff. So what we would do is like obviously, no matter what holiday it was, we're having some kind of pasta, some kind of something we're having before anything else, and we still do that today. And like my ex-wife adopted it, my current wife adopted it. Just like my mother used to do it. But I also, with my friends, used to trade off like, hey man, here, look, I'm going to give you some of this lasagna, and they'd bring me some of their chicharrones or or their rice and beans, And
Mm.
I have a little bit of all the worlds, man. It was great, man. I had a blast, and I wouldn't trade that for the world, dude. And I got a neighbor right now, an older Puerto Rican gentleman who just out of the blue, like all the time, like, hey Joe, I got a care package for you, and he'll send he'll come up or I'll go down. We live about maybe 100, 200 yards from each other. And he'll just bring me rice and beans, or he brought me macaroons. He brings me the eggnog, the Puerto Rican eggnog he brought me last year.
Coquito,
So, so
yes.
I'm expecting that this year, hopefully, because it was really good. And I think we downed it with before he got back to the house. So yeah, I loved it, man. It's awesome, especially with the different cultures blended in, man. I wouldn't trade that for the world, dude, for real. That was good.
So yeah, like Luis says, you are an honorary Puerto Rican, especially in my eyes, because the fact that like my wife, she's an honorary Puerto Rican. You know,
Yeah,
you stay with us long enough, you just you become a part of the family.
yeah, I'm in. I'm in. Thanks. Yeah.
So Dave,
Okay. Well, I'm born and raised Irish Polish.
oh,
Okay. Yeah, Pollock on the east side of Buffalo. So I actually grew up in predominantly African American neighborhoods. So me, it was my family. We didn't have a whole lot growing up. So it was going to my grandmother's house, which was literally just 3 or 4 houses down. And Polish people, they love to make up the ham. So tons of
mm,
ham, plotzek, just like a lot of traditional, pierogi, a lot of homemade stuff. Um, Now my family, we kind of like everyone kind of like went into their little offshoots. So Christmas for a long time, I actually worked retail for 14 years. So there was a lot of Christmases I actually worked. So there's a lot of Christmases I missed out on. But now that I'm married, my wife's family pretty much we go to Michigan or upstate New York for her family. So her family is Christmas every year. Italians, you know how the Italians like to do it up.
mm-hmm.
Loud and proud, tons of food left and right. Like me, I'm trying to be thinner, trying to watch. You can't do that.
No, don't do
You
that.
know,
That you're
you
insulting
you
them.
you
Don't eat
you
the salad. The
you
salad's there
got
for
you
pictures.
got
That's all it's there
pastas.
for.
You got pastas all over the place. Like the vodka spaghetti sauce. I mean, they got everything all over the place since like
Meatballs. Oh my
oh
god.
no meat planets, man. Like just
Exactly.
massive.
Softballs.
But one thing I don't do, I don't do the pig's feet. My wife's
No,
uncle does like pig's feet for flavoring and
no,
stuff. But I'm like, I can't mess with that.
Oh
I'm
no.
with you.
No.
But it's usually like it's everyone, and that's another thing. They talk with their hands. The Italians, they talk with their hands,
So
and
does Puerto Ricans. We do that too.
I'm slowly picking that up. I'm slowly picking up that habit. Like I'll be at work doing my tech support, and I notice that, like I'm moving my hands. I'm like, what? Why am I doing that? It's an Italian thing. But yeah, it's usually it's just big kind of like just everyone's talking, everyone's drinking, having a good time, and just. But like when I was a kid, we didn't have much. But what my mom would do is she would take us driving around, see all the Christmas decorations, see all the
That,
houses done up,
that's cool.
and we used to have up in Niagara Falls. Used to be what was called the Festival of Lights. They would have like this whole shopping district, and all these storefronts would have their own displays. They would have it on the sidewalks. They would have it all over the place. That was like one of the coolest things that we would look forward to. You don't really see that too much now. You still see people lighting up their houses, but you might see a few houses down this block, maybe one or two down that block. You don't see it as much anymore. And that was that in my being Irish Polish, they did the midnight mass. I used to kind of hate that because as a kid you're in your pajamas and you're like, okay, well I want to go sleep. No, you got to get dressed and we're going to midnight mass. You get home about 1 o'clock in the morning, just tired as all, and you want to sleep in because you're up until like 1 o'clock in the morning. Like as an 8-year-old, you're like, well, I want to sleep in, but you also want the gifts the next day. So just it was a whole bunch of fun. I like one of my favorites was, you ever have the bow tie cookies? Some people call it kroshiki.
Yes, I've had those before.
My grandma would make that from scratch.
Nice.
He would make everything from scratch. But now with my wife's family, it's all about the cannolis, and they make it fresh. They
Ooh.
they make it. See,
Fuck yeah, man.
Love Joe's face
Like-
like cannolis.
Ooh.
like
Yeah.
my wife's nephew. He now has the recipe for making the shells and making everything perfectly. Just like, man. I mean, it's like I already gained a few pounds because of the wintertime already, and I'm trying to be good. And I'm like, because we got doctor's appointment 2 days after Christmas. I'm like, well, whatever is going to happen, we gain weight. There's nothing we can do about it.
I think the doctors expect it now because when I remember my old doctor used to tell me all the time, he'd be like, he's like, "Hey Andre, I noticed you gained about 10 pounds," and I'm like, "Bro,
Now,
it's like you're seeing me like a week after Christmas."
well, we still go for checkups twice a year to our surgeon that did the gastric bypass. He don't
Mhm.
he don't make no allowances. This guy's like, oh, you're just making excuses. I don't know,
It's the
but
holidays. You gotta
but
cheat.
but but he's a rich guy that can make his own hours. So yeah, some of us work 8 to 5 or 9 to 6 or whatever. We don't have time to be exercising for like 3 hours a day. You know what it is, what it is. But
Exactly. Nobody's got the this. I
yeah,
get you.
yeah.
I love that. Thank you for sharing. All right, Carlos, let's hear your tradition, my brother.
The only tradition that we have is we put our Christmas tree up the day after Thanksgiving. That's it.
Really?
Yep, we've done that since I think. I think maybe before we started having kids, but maybe when we started having or when we had our son, I think we started doing that tradition. I don't really remember. It's been a long time. Um, Besides that, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not really, we don't have a lot of traditions. We usually try to watch a Christmas movie every night in December, but with all the chaos going on in my house right now, it's very, very hard. So, yeah.
That's cool. I mean, listen, I think we all can see the myriad of just traditions. Like in my house now, between Rory being 2.5, Lana just turned 13, and our anniversary coming up literally Sunday. You know, we put our tree up like I think it was the second week of November. I was like, listen, we're not even going to be here to enjoy this tree. We're breaking Christmas tradition. Usually we open gifts up on the 25th, and the girls we get to open up one on the 24th. But because we're not gonna, my daughter leaves to Florida to go see her biological father the week before, this weekend. She's leaving Saturday, so we're like, hey, we'll open gifts with you Friday, and then that way we don't have to lug Christmas gifts with us all the way to Orlando and then pack them back in the car. It's a lot easier just that way. But yeah, I think traditions will grow and change with you as they all do. And like I said in the chat, folks, if you guys have a tradition you want to share, feel free to post it in there. I think it's cool to hear not just different cultures, but I was even wondering because T3 lives on a different coast that there might be a coastal difference because like Dave said, I grew up in New York. I mean, to me, every year we went to go see the Rockefeller Center. You went to see the tree. You eat down there. Just don't step or play or eat the yellow snow. That was kind of the rule of thumb, you know. And I noticed that a lot of us almost lean more towards cultural because of how we grew up. Like my grandmother did a lot of the cooking till she got too old to do it, and then it became like my mom would do it one year, my other aunts would do it, and sometimes my uncles would do it. And it was kind of interesting to see how it changes. And I think that as we've grown up and have our kids, the traditions are going to change. Like this is our first year. Would I love to say, hey, we go to Disney every Christmas? Hell yeah, I'd love to do that. But I think our wallet would hate us a lot. So, again, you know, um, that's something I'm also thankful for too. And I wanted to kind of ask you guys, um, and I know this is like one of those like kind of affirmations that I think that we all need to do more often, um, which is kind of say what we're thankful for, kind of almost like a Thanksgiving, but more like Christmas. Like this whole year has been a tumultuous year for a lot of us. In many ways, it's like some of us just for Joe and I know for Carlos and Colin, it was like they just started on YouTube, like really becoming very prolific and have now become mainstays in the YouTube community, and I'm very proud of them for that. Dave, I got to meet you this year, and
Yeah.
you and I have gotten a lot closer, and that's another thing I'm thankful for. It's even myself rebranding my whole channel, and like I will say that Phil really it chokes me up when I think about it because I couldn't believe Phil said it. Like he said that was the best video he's ever seen on YouTube. I literally look at myself like I've done this shit for 9 years, and you said that my video was like the best video this year. Holy shit! Going against guys that I know like Greg Cook, Cincy Nerd, Big Dub, freaking everybody else that I know that are YouTubers, big and small, and you picked me, dude. That means the world to me, and I was just floored that he said that. But I think that we need to see that, and that's something that's going to be going more forward. I'm going to be more open and more real. I think that we need that because when you see that on YouTube, you want to watch it. It's like kind of like must see YouTube TV. I think would be the best way of putting it. But I think it gives us something, a sense of reality, you know. So besides that, the friendships I've made, the real, and I'm going to state this, the real friendships I've made, you know, 3 of which are here. The other one, I have no idea. I texted him and he has not yet answered. Hopefully he's okay. But those are 3 real friends, you know, amongst the other ones that are in the collector safe space. You guys are real friends as well. But it's like, I talked to Joe, Carlos, Colin, and pretty much Dave. At least Dave I talk to once a week. I talk to Joe every day. I talk to Carlos every day. I talk to Colin every day. And you guys, it's awesome to have you guys. And like I said, I really appreciate that. So part of the best Christmas gift I got was several new people that I can call friend and brother. So I leave the floor to you gentlemen, to whoever wants to step forward and say what their best Christmas gift they got, in the sense of not like Christmas gift of like stuff, but like this, like kind of a good affirmation.
I'll go.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will, bitch.
Yes, I will.
But this bitch right, you know, to be honest, like
Bitch.
this bitch right here, yeah.
So hostile for a Christmas show.
Yeah,
I know. I love it.
A few months ago, when I first texted T3 about his video about the mental health thing, I didn't have a whole lot of people to talk about things with. So I guess, you know, I'm thankful for the opportunity that I have been able to open up more about what's happened in my past. It wasn't the easiest thing for me to talk about with people, but he gave me that platform to get it off my chest. I'll never forget him for that. He's my number one brother out there, man.
I should forget it.
What's that?
I said you should definitely forget me.
No, I should. Yeah, I won't, man. I won't. I definitely won't. I appreciate it all, you know. And that on top of all the other friendships I've made so far, it's pretty similar to what you said, Dre. It's like a lot of my friends in real life, we don't see each other a whole lot, not enough. But you guys are always there, and it's very much appreciated, believe me. So yeah, it's like the friendships I made in this community and the things that we do for each other, you can't beat that. So that's what, and obviously, you know, my wife and my family, you know, they're number one. You know, she puts up with a lot of shit. You know, she's goes on these hunts with me. She puts up with all my, you know, little ideas I have, and she's always 100% supportive. So yeah, with all you guys, man, it's a pleasure to actually know all you guys and do these kind of things with you. So thank you all for that. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Who would like to step up? I mean, after that, it's a tearjerker.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's true though. Like without this guy right here, I don't know. You know, like I don't know.
He really, honestly, if you think about it, he's the glue that brought us all together.
Well, he's always a little bit sticky, but I don't know what reason that.
Yeah, that's the color. I don't know what that color.
Joe beat me to it. I was going to say maybe not glue, but some kind of sticky substance.
Yeah, not exactly color, but yeah, whatever it is.
You guys, damn. All I could say for this year has been probably the roughest and toughest year I've had in maybe ever. Well, maybe in the last 5 years. You know, getting prior to this year, breaking my ankle, and that's what started the YouTube journey. recovering from that, then getting laid off, and then kind of just doing the YouTube thing, meeting everybody through YouTube, slowly but surely meeting and doing my stuff, and then getting another job, then getting laid off again, going through some mental stuff, and then a big giant hole in my son's floor right now, which still isn't fixed because of a tree root and a busted sewage pipe. And here I am. I'm still healthy, still here, still alive. So I could be thankful for that for sure. I can be thankful for my wife for putting up with my hobby that is very, very expensive hobby. Just letting me kind of like do my own thing. And I have friends, I have close friends, but that I live here, but I don't see them. Like, we don't see each other, and I see and talk to you guys more than I talk to anyone in my family. My parents live like 2 or 3 miles away. I rarely talk to them. Usually around this time is when my mom and dad will start like trying to have a conversation. It's just that dynamic is, partly because we just don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. So I just don't want negativity. And I just keep it's just easier for me for my mental state. So yeah, I'm thankful for that. Thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for all the subs and people that follow my Instagram and the friendships that I have, lifelong friendships now, lifelong brothers. That's what I'm thankful for.
That's very
And
well
I'm
said, dude.
thankful, and I'm thankful for Dave's beautiful face every day.
Look at that! Look at that! Look, he's got to do his hair right,
I know he's a little sticky though.
Yeah. Can I borrow some hair gel? Let's hope it came from that end.
Let's hope.
So, me, I'm thankful for the YouTube community. I know it's people are like, oh, everyone's saying they're thankful for YouTube. I mean, let's be honest. Whether it's you guys, a lot of other YouTubers like Sleeping Collectibles, Colbin Games. I mean, I've known them for a few years. Nathan Bowden, came into your group this year, and you heard T3 say, we talk to each other a lot more than family. Me personally, it's 10 years. My mother's going to be 11 years. My mom's been gone. It's going to be 3 years that my dad's been gone. My brother, my one brother, he's expecting his second child. They're off doing their own thing. I got a sister in Syracuse, so everyone's a little far away. You really don't have people really near you. And honestly, most of my life, I'll say I've probably been closer to my friends than my own flesh and blood. So when I talk about family, it's usually might be a few coworkers, might be my friends. And let's be honest, we pop in each other's streams, we hang out with each other all the time. So you can, family, it doesn't necessarily have to be blood. It's those people who are always there when you're down. If you need to kind of just clear the air on something, or you need to kind of vent to someone, that's your real family right there, plain and simple. So I'm appreciative for everyone in the community. Even some of the haters, let's be honest, because some of that adversity is that I can't even say the right adversity. Some of that adversity really kind of it lets you see who you really are. I mean, I started my channel just as something to kind of do, and I never thought it would grow into what it is. And some of the people I've come across, and some of the some of the fundraising events I've been able to do this past year, it just, I wouldn't have been able to do that without the encouragement of everyone else. So, and I'm glad for the support system, not just support for me, but whenever someone is down, we all come together for it. So that's family. That's it.
That was beautifully said, dude. Like, I think LeBron said it best. What you said is perfectly said. I think that this community can, and I think Phil and Carlos said it when he was on his show, that there's a lot of toxicity that can exist out there, and to weed through it, and find the good gems of good people. It can be hard at times, but when you find those people, they stay by your side and they're
Mhm.
there and they're really good. And it's like he's like you just said, they will bring you up, you
Yeah.
know. And that's the best part about this community is that we bring each other up, especially like we said before with the holidays. This is not an easy time for a lot of people.
No.
I know for me, it's gotten easier because I have kids, and I
Mm.
think that my 2.5 year old, she goes around every day since Thanksgiving and is Merry Christmas, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
Lord, wait till we get to Valentine's Day or
Yeah. I
Easter,
mean, well, December 27th will be the anniversary of my dad passing. So because it's so close to Christmas, it hits hard. But I mean, it's I've always been the kind of person where when it comes to especially like family, I don't try and say, oh, I miss them so much. I'll like when I'm with my wife's family, I'll say, oh, my mom used to do this, or my dad would do this. Keeping those memories alive is what keeps them alive and fresh in my memories. And if I'm sharing memories with other people, that's those memories are being passed on to them. So it's still keeping the family alive who might not still be there. So yeah, it can be pretty down at times. I mean, personally, at my job right now, who knows how long I'm going to be there because things are just I'm not going to get into. But yeah, Christmas or I mean, just the holiday season can be stressful. But you know what? We're here, we're hanging out, we're talking about what we appreciate and what the holidays really mean. That's what the holidays are about. It's not about, oh, I have to spend this much on this person or that much on that person. Unfortunately, it is half the time, but it should be about spending time with people you enjoy. Whether they're flesh and blood, whether they're just friends, acquaintances. As long as you're having a great time and appreciating them. I mean, that's memories are the best gifts. Toys, figures, clothes, they're going to come and go, but your memories are with you throughout your entire life and they help mold you into who you are and who you'll become. So,
I think you said that, and I'm going to hit the nail on the head with this. As a historian and longtime studier of and lover of history, um, one of the cool things that I've learned is that memories will always be a way for us to translate culture, translate our story.
mhm.
And that's how we tell our stories forward. We tell our kids' stories, we tell our family stories, we tell our story. And it's part of why we leave a legacy for ourselves is because we want to hope that this all this crap behind me is fine. Yeah, it's cool. I love it. But it can go. The fact that I leave these videos or I take pictures, spend time with my friends, that is a true translation of what culture and what it is. So I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna move off of our get us onto a little bit of a more interesting, not interesting, but a happier because I want to lift this up. It's Merry Christmas, right? Festivus, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. I can't think of any other holidays that are in there.
Krampus?
Um,
No?
Krampus, Merry Krampus, or Nacht. I forgot what the German is for it, but I had to ask this because I thought about this while when Joe sent me the message earlier. He's like, "Hey, do we have like a agenda?" One thing that hit me was, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Because the arguments always exist. We all know the best Christmas movie people will argue is Die Hard. Come on, it's Die Hard, Nakatomi Plaza, or Gremlins, or Krampus, the actual Krampus movies they made, which is hilarious, by the way.
Well,
But
we could go through, I mean, I could spend a whole hour talking about Christmas movies. You don't want that.
no, we want to pick. So we're gonna go around robin here. Pick one movie. Todd went for the classic, which ironically enough I have right here. It's not my favorite, but I got this for like $5.
Nice.
So, what is the in chat? I want you guys to participate, like Todd just did. You got to post in here. Tell me what your favorite Christmas movie is. For me, God, this is a tough one. I'm gonna pick. It's a toss up between two. Die Hard. Always gonna pick Die Hard. I love Bruce Willis, and I love Alan Rickman. They are like the classic epitome of what when I for me growing up, that was the kind of movie I liked. Now as I got older, it's gonna not date me, but it's definitely gonna get some hate for it. I'm gonna say Elf. Will Ferrell's Elf. Why do I like that movie? It's Favreau. Favreau took Christmas and made it a movie and made it funny. And he's gold. He touches the Mandalorian. He made the Mandalorian. Woo, Grogu. He touches Iron Man, makes the MCU. Touches Disney and makes live action Jungle Book, and it's awesome. So, Elf would be like the newer version, but Die Hard would be my classic. So, Joe, what would you pick?
Terrifier 2.
I see. You know what's funny? I was
No.
thinking that. I was like, he's gonna say that. He's gonna totally.
No,
say
no,
that.
no. No, seriously. That is a good movie, though. Check it out. But up until Friday, this past Friday, one of
I
my
thought you were talking about the movie.
no. Well, one of my favorite movies of all time is, and this is because my dad used to watch it every year, was the 1951 Scrooge: A Christmas Carol. To be honest, it's a black and white. It's 1951, but it's such a good movie. I gotta say, my second runner-up though, I watched Friday, and it was Violent Night. When I watched,
How
that
was
on
it?
Scott?
Was it
It
good?
was good, but if you want to get in depth, you got to tune in Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Talking Nerd. Hey, but enough of that. But anyway,
I like that. We got to tune in tomorrow to your
Yeah.
channel with
Yeah.
you and Scott.
Please
which
show up. Please, let's do this. Let's show up. Give us some support.
Folks,
Let's do this live.
folks,
Come on.
Please, you need to go over and watch that.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
are
you do.
awesome. They're funny, and I can't wait to see that. So, Dave, what's your pick?
Well, I'll have to catch the replay because I'll be at doing Toys for Tots shopping tomorrow night with my crew.
Nice.
So I will have to catch the
You're
replay.
forgiven for that. Yeah, that's good.
Now, two favorites: Scrooged, Bill Murray.
Nice, very good,
Okay.
classic.
Because Bill Murray and just it's a fun modern day. Well, back in the 80s it was modern day. Modern take on the whole Scrooge. The whole Scrooge mythos, and I just thought everyone was awesome. Everyone in it was awesome. Buster Poindexter. I mean, you had Carol Kane and just a bunch of amazing people, and it was fun. Karen Allen, everyone. But don't laugh at me. This is going to date me. Santa Claus the movie from the early 80s to
Tim Allen?
No, not the Claus. Santa Claus. Santa Claus the movie. It co-starred Dudley Moore as an elf. It like the beginning of the movie actually starts out with Nicholas, like him and his wife. They're an older couple. They can never have a child, and he would hand carve toys and give them to children. And then he gets lost in this blizzard, and this kind of like I forgot what you would call it, but it's like this celestial kind of like winter solstice kind of thing happens, and it takes on basically the legend and begins the legend of Santa Claus. But it's Santa Claus like through the ages, but it's a really fun movie. You got John Lithgow as this greedy 1980s executive who, wants to create a second Christmas. And it's a fun 80s movie. It's a fun 80s movie. You'll love it with your kids. Like, as you're looking for something that's kind of traditional, it's always been like something that just every Christmas I have to watch it.
Burgess Meredith was in it.
Yes. He was the
goodness.
Yeah, the guys in the chat know what I'm talking about. Burgess Meredith was the one who came before Santa Claus. And it's a real fun kind of holiday movie.
Nice. Good choices. I'm liking it. All right, Carlos.
Oh man, Christmas movies. I don't have any.
Not the adult kind.
Terrifier.
Damn it! Not the adult kind. Okay. I was
Yeah,
joking.
not Debbie Does Santa Claus or the North Pole. I mean, that's
Santa
No.
Claus starring Ron Jeremy.
we could have that as a separate after hours stream.
Showgirls.
Okay, gotcha.
The North Pole.
Showgirls.
Exactly.
Showgirls.
Girl, yeah,
Oh my
showgirls
God.
going down on the
A, ver-
show,
a,
the
a
South
very
Pole.
a very showgirls Christmas.
Yes.
Star Wars holiday special.
Mm.
I-
I like it.
The Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, that's not really a movie. It's a. I mean,
Yeah, it's a special. That's true.
It's a special short, I guess.
Yeah, 45 minutes. I
Christmas
give it that.
movie.
Gremlins.
I
Charlie
had
Brown.
one, and I had one in.
I wish Mel
In
Brooks would have made
mind.
one.
I would say Spider-Man: No Way Home, because it's set in Christmas time.
You know what?
It's now
I
the
didn't-
it's now
I-
the debate. It's now the new debate. Is that considered as a Christmas movie?
I'm gonna have to
Okay.
rewatch that. You just now you've made me want to go watch that again. I mean, I'm a huge Spider-Man nerd, so wow, I gotta go rewatch that. Batman Returns, Batman.
Yeah,
Those are
Batman
all
Returns
set.
is great.
Why? See, Joe.
Joe, why do you gotta do that?
Yeah,
dude?
why you gotta do that, bro?
Why I'm
Yeah,
broke.
I-
My heart's broken.
Hey,
You know what?
I was
Just
on
because
the
you did
hunt
that,
for that, man. I was on the hunt for that. I had to
Look at-
dig
look at that.
deep. I had to
Look.
dig deep.
Look at that. Look at my heartbreak. Carlos is done. He's like, fuck the movie. I don't know what it is.
That's one way to get rid of them. Boom.
Hey.
But yeah, Batman Returns. That was another good Christmas movie. So was the original. Was the original Batman? No, Batman wasn't. Yeah, it was at Christmas. No,
It was
it had elements of it.
Batman Returns for sure. That one.
Yeah,
was
Batman
the
Returns.
best.
Definitely, I remember that being at Christmas. I know that the animated movie that just came out, the Long Halloween. If you watch that,
Yeah.
it actually goes through the holidays and they go through Christmas. So
Oh, yeah.
if you want to count that as technically a Christmas movie, but Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, come on, who doesn't love a Disney musical?
Right.
Todd's saying
so-
bad Santa, but Badder Santa was even better.
I think Batter Center was way funnier.
The dirty version. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
So
how did you guys?
my other two. So really, these are the two that I usually watch every Christmas. The
Spider-
night before. So the night before with Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Anthony Mackie, and
I've seen that movie. Very good.
Office Christmas Party. Those are my
Ooh,
my
that's
new favorites.
I haven't seen either.
Oh, dude, the
they're
night before is
great.
hilarious. Yeah, it's a very interesting look at Anthony Mackie before you get him as Captain America and Falcon. So it's definitely a good movie. It is one that I didn't expect I was gonna like. A very good pick. I love you, Carlos, for that because you always give me like the weird, like you make me look at it like from a different perspective, and I like that because now I'm gonna have to go rewatch both of those movies as well as No Way Home.
What
To-
about
to
Fred
really
Fred
do that.
Claus?
Yeah,
Oh
movies
God,
good, too.
Fred Claus. That was That was. I feel like that was like a weird like.
Well, it's Vince
Wanted
Vaughn.
to
Everything he
capitalize.
does is weird.
Does Gundam Wing Endless Waltz count?
Yes, yes, it does.
I will. I as an old school Gundam fan who loved Gundam Wing, I would say yes.
LeBron, yes, I agree.
But wow, it's damn. Now he's got me thinking about No Way Home. Like I would never have thought that as a Christmas movie.
Well, I mean, the end does. It is, snowing, and he's flying in his new suit. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of legitimacy about that. So
Is there any other
Always.
Marvel movies that have that?
Yes. So Iron Man 3 is during Christmas, actually. So that
Yes.
they consider that a Christmas movie. And then the Hawkeye TV show, it
yes,
coincides
Hawkeye.
with Spider-Man.
Yes, it
So
does.
Hawkeye is after or in between. I think it's after or as Spider-Man. at the
I think
end.
when as Spider-Man was ending, Hawkeye
Hawkeye
picks
starts.
up. Yeah.
Something like that.
what about Captain America? He winds up in the ice.
That
Wow.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, that's not. He misses 97
Stretch.
Christmases. Yeah, he misses like 97 Christmases. So yeah, I guess I could say like he gets to make it up by watching No Way
Oh,
Home.
man.
Yeah, I mean that's wow. Carlos is hitting me with some thoughts. So Chad, I'm gonna throw it out to you guys. What do you guys think are some of those movies like that we've mentioned, or even other movies that like are debated as Christmas movies. Because if you look at it, a lot of people have debated that Gremlins is not a Christmas movie. Gremlins 2
takes
is
place-
not a Christmas, but it
It
takes
is.
place at Christmas, and he's given
Gizmo is a gift.
is the gift in both movies. He's the
Yeah.
gift.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, come on, it's mind blowing. It's like, you know, I can't look at Die Hard 1 or Die Hard 2 because both those movies take place at Christmas.
Yeah.
Iron Man 3, I know that we threw that in there. I'm trying to think what other movies would qualify that. Like a lot of the Marvel movies, I don't think any DC movies fit that bill. Besides Batman Returns.
Okay. What about?
That's not DCEU.
Did you guys ever see a movie called Dutch
Oh yeah,
Yes.
with
Ed O'Neill?
Ed O'Neill.
Where he's got to take
Yeah.
his girlfriend's Brady's son on a road trip so they can make it to Christmas.
yeah, Ethan Embry.
Yeah.
who was
Yeah,
in,
very young
Vacation.
Ethan Embry. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it. I love this. This is, it's interesting because I would never have thought about some of these movies.
Well,
And
how,
now No
how
Way
about this? What's your guilty pleasure Christmas movie?
Oh, geez, Christmas Story. I love it. It's such a bad movie that a lot of people don't love it, but it's one of those movies that you either love it or hate it. And I think that it's for me, Gremlins it'd be tied between that and Gremlins because I love what's his face, Steve Guttenberg doing the voice of Mowgli.
Huh? It wasn't Steve Guttenberg.
Yes, it was because Guttenberg is the voice of Bobby from Bobby's World.
No,
you think
no,
Howie
he's not.
Mandel.
Howie Mandel is the voice
Howie
of
Mandel.
Gizmo,
Howie Mandel. That's
and
right.
Michael Winslow from Police Academy is the voice of Stripe and the Evil Gremlins.
Get out of here.
Yeah, seriously, look it up.
Get out. Michael Winslow? No way.
Yeah.
Now we're dating ourselves here, folks. Oh, my mother-in-law is the Hallmark movie. Like,
Oh,
my mom
that's
when
my
she was alive.
That's my sister-in-law is the Hallmark person. But my guilty pleasure is know what I mean, Vern? Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh,
You know-
I totally forgot about that movie.
I didn't even think about that.
That was his second movie in that franchise, actually.
Yeah, because
Wait.
you had Ernest Goes to Camp, and then you had
Mhm.
Ernest Saves Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Ernest Goes to Jail, and then you had Ernest Goes to the Army, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah.
So, Joe, let me ask you: have you ever seen Krampus?
No.
You've never seen it? Oh my goodness! I feel like I need to do a watch party before I leave with you to do that so you can watch it because it is hilariously bad. Like it's not one of those bad movies. It's not like the one with William Shatner where it was like Santa versus Krampus. That was terrible, but it was like bad in a good way. This Krampus movie is one of those movies where you're watching it and you're like, "Oh God, this is terrifying." But it is hilariously funny, and then the ending is like this, like gotcha. Like you didn't even think about like the ending being the way it was, the way it went. But it's very cool because it plays on that whole, I guess, like the philosophy, the belief, the the mysticism of Krampus.
Yeah.
Which I think is a kind of cool, scary version of Santa. Ben from Parks and Recs to Krampus. Yeah, it was really good. So let's go to something that we all love. Hey, Rolando, good to have you in the stream. So I'm going to hit you guys with something with toys because why not? It needs to be a little bit of toys because
Us talk about toys? Seriously?
I know, like go figure. I mean, Joe
we don't
Joe
talk
already
about
started throwing out the Spider-Man, and I feel like crap about that. But I do love this though, from my wife's Howard the Duck.
That,
Yeah,
Scott Lang head.
Yep, the Scott Lang head.
Oh, look at
I
this
love
Spider-Man.
that Echo helmet looks dope. Does it
Yeah,
actually have the piece out in the back for his antenna? Oh wow, nice.
They do pretty nice work, man. They really do.
They really do. I love that helmet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
as you can tell, I don't.
I got Crosshair coming tomorrow.
Where's
Now, is that for collection or for cosplay?
Collection.
Okay.
Yeah, he put me onto that. The company that puts that out, and I love the stuff that they do.
They do good work, yeah.
I have to admit, it's some of the best third party work I've seen done for helmets. Like I feel like they should be working for freaking Hasbro because I love my obviously my right here.
Boba?
my Boba helmet,
Yeah, I
and
got him over there. Yeah.
and that helmet that started me on wanting helmets because they look amazing and they're
Mhm.
so. I think that as a collector, it's something relatively on the pricey point, like my Mjolnir, which is right there. I love that too. So when you get if folks, if you're looking into those things, that will take a place in your collection, and you know moving forward with this year, I mean, I've seen a lot of figures. I've watched Yukon Phil's video. Folks, if you haven't, go check out Phil's video. It's amazing. His top 10 list of pickups. It's different than what I've seen like other YouTubers do, which is what I like about it. And I actually going to be doing a video later tonight, if not tomorrow, to do for this week to put up about my top 5 figures of 2022 because I think that there are several figures that make the cut, and I think even this year we should even make a separate list. What do you guys think about Build-A-Figures? Do you guys really think that this year could be a year for Build-A-Figures? That we could say Build-A-Figures would have a category for best Build-A-Figure of 2022.
Could.
I mean, Solomon Grundy.
I don't really do the Build-A-Figures, but you could. You could.
I mean,
Solomon Grundy has to make that list. Starro, hell, I'm gonna
Well,
say it. Starro.
I have the Atrocitus that I have to still put together.
I only got 2 pieces left to get of him.
Don't bend that.
Well, I
Huh.
got the entire wave, and I got the entire wave back in August at Steel City Con because the guy was doing a deal buy 4. It was like something like buy 5 get 1 free. So I bought 6 figures. And I'm like, yeah, done deal. Got the whole
I have
wave.
him. That Spider.
I want him.
I have
the
him.
Japanese Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
But
as to the lay people that don't know, they aptly call him the Toei Spider-Man.
But you know what they should do? They got the Power Rangers stuff. They can make his vehicle that would turn into the Zord and his mech
I need
suit
him.
because I have him.
I don't. I need him.
I'm gonna
Thank
open
you.
them up right now.
Thanks to a few people.
I'll probably
I dare
crack it
you.
open anyway.
I mean,
Joe's about to try.
I'm
No,
trying to
no,
think.
no. No, I might open them. I love that figure because of the lab coat and the beakers, man. Because I work
Yeah,
in
he
the
looks
chemistry
dope.
lab, so I
Don't you
love
dare
that.
open that.
I love it.
I will say
I can't wait till you
Khonshu.
send it to me. Hurry up.
I'm gonna tell you now, Khonshu is gonna be Build-A-Figure for next year. I just this is the body, and I already like this figure is gonna be huge already. I think it's gonna be like Watcher level height,
But
I think
also,
it's actually. I think he's taller than him. Actually,
probably in the head
I mean-
with the sight alone is as the height
Oh.
of the figure is bigger than the figure.
I have the Watcher, and he was kind of a disappointment.
Well, that's why people. Okay, he was the you couldn't afford to get the Watcher Diamond Select, which was the $300 figure. So you settled on getting the Marvel Legends Bath, and then the Bath I sold the Bath because I didn't like it. It just wasn't like I was like, wow, the Watcher looks cool, but it's not my kind of Bath that I wanted.
Well, he was falling apart for me all the time. That's one of
Yeah,
the things.
his arms couldn't stay in, the legs didn't
Yeah.
always connect. So that was one that I could say didn't make the cut. But between Starro, Grundy, Atrocitus, I mean that's mostly the DC line. I do agree with you saying that they could have done a Rangers like a Lightning collection. I know that Hasbro doesn't really. Hey, Steven!
Like
Good to see
I mean
you.
like you could
Yo.
do like they're doing like the small scale Zords. They could do something like that as a companion piece for the Spider-Man.
That would have
That's
been
what I'm
cool if
getting
they
at.
did that, like the cars, like the vehicles. Yeah, I would have liked that, like the spider, like vehicle, like the buggy, and that actually
Yeah.
went to the Zord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked that. But I mean, I think that with McFarlane, I think can we all agree that McFarlane kind of dominated the
Oh,
Bath?
slam dunk.
He hit home runs. Grundy was, I think, by far the best idea for
McFarlane does home runs in their
Bath.
figures. Compare their
Oh,
figures to DC or to Marvel, and they
Yes.
just kill it.
Batrocitus, love him.
Yes.
Classic Flash, love him too. The Parallax.
I disagree.
Okay, go ahead. Hit
I'm
me
a
with
Marvel. I'm a Marvel shill, I guess.
Wait. I'm not a Marvel shill. Wait. 1, 2. 3.
I was gonna pick her up this week.
4. I'm still
Which
going.
one?
Kate Bishop.
Oh, I see. I missed
Oh.
out on her.
Kate Bishop's awesome.
She's
We-
gone.
Her and Hawkeye just hit our shelves here this week.
It was funny because over here on this side of the coast, I know I've seen all of those except She-Hulk. And She-Hulk I saw.
She-Hulk was up, but she didn't seem like honestly, the She-Hulk that came out like last year or a year ago, year and change ago.
Wait, okay, so we had
Last
we had 3 She-Hulks. We've
The-
had
the-
the
the card
first
back
one.
one.
All right, so wait, there was 3 that came out. We had the first one that was the gray She-Hulk that came in the Fantastic Four Super Scroll build the figure wave.
No.
That was the first one,
Yeah.
and I liked that one. Then they recolored, and I got rid of the gray one for the greener one because they wanted to keep her more to the comic book colors.
Yeah.
That one was a standalone,
Yes.
and then they put out the MCU, which I have right here.
I'm talking about the second one. I think actually looks better. I actually like the second one better than this one.
I think the coloring from the first one is what they did for this. I love the fact that she looks like the TV show.
Well,
Like hands down, I think it looks amazing.
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. She looks good for the TV show and all, but like from the comics, because I was introduced to her in the comics when I was younger, so that's probably why I kind of feel like the second one is probably the better one. But
Mhm.
now you can't find her, so
I mean, if I find one, I'll hit you.
Oh,
up so we can
definitely.
talk, because
Yeah, just check Ross, because they tend to get the most random stuff. Lately.
yeah. If I had a Ross,
Oh, that's
that's
right.
what. Yeah, he lives deep upstate New York, bro. He lives up like near Canada.
I mean,
like-
don't you have a DD's or an Ollie's or something like that?
we have Ollie's up here, but they still just have tons of Rays instead of lots of Landos. We have tons of Rays.
Yeah, I'll check. My targets are usually there's like the one I went to. I usually been able to find it. I know that I got that one off of Big Bad Toys. So
Although I might have to do some shopping on GameStop this week. They got a bunch of DC and Marvel for like $12 and $13 a pop. Like they get the DC CW Flash.
I have
He's like
him.
down to like $12 and some odd cents.
He's a great looking figure too. That Grant
Well,
Gustin's my favorite.
I got the Hot Toy right behind me up there.
Ooh, nice. I need to get.
So-
I would like to eventually. If I ever got back to Hot Toys, that would be one I'd get. This is a dope figure. People slept
Oh,
on
yeah.
it. I love it. Amazon, I hate how you ship because I literally got it in the shipper and they just slapped a label on it. I was like, and the guy
How
threw
they
it at my door. Literally, it was funny because it scared me. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm in there pouring coffee in my kitchen, and next thing I hear, gunk, and boom, 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 boom. And it's like a bill collector, kind of like the bill collector knock. And I go, who is it? And this guy yells from his truck, UPS. And then he drives away. I look down, I see the box.
That reminds me, I'm already planning to take it 1 or 2 days off, probably within the next few months. Hasbro just sent me my email. I have a certain HasLab coming my way sometime soon. They are Ghostbusters.
Galactus? Oh, yeah, Proton Pack.
They sent an email out saying that you want to make sure your address is updated by January 1st, 2023, which means we thought we were getting it like in May.
Wow.
If they're asking us to verify, make sure our addresses are all set, we're probably getting it with maybe February or March, maybe. So
That's pretty cool.
Might be sooner than that because when they're shipping Galactus, they sent out the email and then like a week or two later it was shipped.
I swear,
the first wave of people that got in on that, like the first wave of like backers, they got it within like 2 weeks of that.
I was probably within 1 week because I had to make arrangements. Like I sold one of my very first Proton Pack, which was a custom job. It's sitting down in Back in Time Collectibles down south. I'm like, I just need to know. I hope they send me tracking information because I told my wife I'm going to call in sick. I'm going to make sure that when it comes to the house, like I will be outside the apartment waiting for the delivery guy. I don't care if it's freezing rain or it's blizzard. I will stand outside because we live in an apartment building. There's no cameras. There's like no buzzer. They will just drop stuff, and half the time they deliver it to the wrong place. My wife had Amazon delivered to 2 buildings over. They're terrible here, so I will be out there in the freezing rain, lightning strikes. I don't care.
So before we wrap up for this, I'm gonna talk about Todd's comment. Have you guys bought anything for yourself that you're going to wrap and open for Christmas? I'm guilty. Um, yes, most of my gifts, my wife laughs at me because she's a teacher, so she's whenever the good sales are out, I'm home, I'm a stay-at-home dad. I'll be the one to try to find the good deals, and I'll order it, and I'll just tell her, and I literally put them aside. So like, Merry Christmas, Andre. Merry Christmas, Andre. Like, I know it's like they're surprised for her that she's like, oh, it's like she's more surprised, like, oh, what's that? But
Well,
more like it's like, hey,
well, does it count if you know what your wife has already bought you? Does that count?
um, she does surprise me. Okay, so she does this. We have a new tradition. The 24th, she'll go shopping. I don't know how she does it because she has bad anxiety with the stores and hates going out to those places. But she braves. She'll go to like one or two spots and pick up some like random stuff for me. She bought me an air fryer, which was awesome last year. So she usually does that. So we'll see. But I'm guilty of it. I would say, Joe, are you guilty of that?
So I'm like Darth. He buys hell. I buy stuff all year round. So like I don't really do a lot of Christmas. Me and my wife just do whatever we can do at the time. If we can't, we save and get it.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm definitely not going to wrap it. If I buy myself, like I have bought helmets and toys, I usually ruin Christmas for myself. I just open it all right now and enjoy it as I go. I don't wrap
Put it
it.
on. Sit under the tree, Joe. I want
The
to see
only
you
thing
put the
under my
helmet on.
tree is the gift from Beastie and the gift from I believe that's Collins over there now.
Yeah, because you
Oh,
opened mine
and
already.
T3s, yeah.
I was like,
T3s.
where's mine
Collins is
at?
in the mail, and T3s is over here. That's true.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's the only
mine
thing
should be
under my
here from
tree.
Colin this week.
Yeah, he just
So
shipped his to me. So that's not here, but it's T3s and Beasties that are under my tree. And I promised them I wouldn't open it, but it's not the easiest thing to fulfill that promise. So
oh,
You
I
got
already told him I'm opening it.
you
yeah,
I
got
let him
10
know.
days until you can open it on our live stream.
I'll wait. Trust
You
me.
better.
Trust me.
Carlos, I know that you do a lot. Especially if we follow your videos, so I know you find a lot of cool stuff. Did you pick up anything for yourself that you kind of like squirreled away? That's like Merry Christmas, and you're gonna wrap it up and open it.
No, you know, I don't have a job, so I can't do that. Like everything that we're going to buy with whatever we have, like I've been selling my Black Series figures, so that money that I get in is for my kids. So that's the Christmas money that I have for them. I mean, I buy stuff all year round, so pretty much that's my Christmas is when I buy stuff, and I had to learn real quick, like in October that I can't buy everything because I was doing too much and buying and ordering. I should say pre-ordering stuff from a year ago or yeah, year and a half ago, and then all of a sudden in October when it is all of a sudden just dropped all at one time, and I was just like, oh crap, I'm in so much trouble right now, and I definitely was. So no, really the only thing I bought myself, I guess technically for Christmas, would be two coffee mugs. One is The Office, because I love The Office, one of my favorite TV shows of all time. And I just picked up a Punisher coffee mug, which I posted my Instagram. So it's the skull of
I
the
saw that. That looked dope.
yeah. So my son actually pointed it out when we were at Burlington. I think it was Burlington. Yeah, he's like, "You didn't see this," and I was like, "What? How did I miss that?" And so I bought that. So those coffee mugs are my Christmas gifts, I guess, to myself. They didn't get wrapped because you can't really wrap those, so they're in my cupboard. And I used my Punisher one today.
Well,
That looks dope.
you could wrap it in tissue, put it in a little square box, and Bob's your uncle.
Nah, I don't want to waste the wrapping paper, man.
So it seems like I guess the overall thing is we all like either I know I did a few, and I've been working this whole year, so I've been selling on Mercari, doing the same thing, using all the money I can to pay for this trip and to buy the kids stuff and my wife stuff, and I know how you feel. It's like to me Christmas is more about them than it is myself. I could care less if I have anything. I want my kids to the tree literally has all the gifts for the kids and the wife. I don't. My gift is this trip. the Disney trip. That's the wife. That wife and I, we worked so hard for that trip that's our that's our gift. I will state this. I did not get to buy all my brothers something. And I feel bad about that, but there always is another time I can do something more. I know Carlos, I sent him a classified that I know he wanted, and I was like more happy that he had a smile on his face, and now he's like, "Nah, fuck you," and I get it, I get it. I
Oh,
love
dude,
you
I haven't
too.
even opened it. It's in
Oh,
my garage.
you
Oh,
didn't open it?
I haven't opened
Okay.
it. I was waiting for today, but I can't even get to it because my son's entire room is in our garage right now
Oh Lord, that sounds like fun.
from this big giant hole that they jackhammered. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I
even
have a
more
bunch
fun.
of stuff from people that are just sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get to that for like a month, so that's going to be fun.
And then I sent Joe. I know he already opened it up and he talked about it. I sent him this collection of horror comics that I think look freaking awesome, and I was so impressed that he was like that he himself was like, "Wow, you curated some really cool stuff for me," you know. And I didn't even really think about it because I was just like, "Man, I was looking through some cool shit, and I know he loves horror." So, and when you have a guy that loves horror, you got to give it to him in some way, shape, or form. And
Yeah.
what better way to say Merry Christmas to my brother than sending him refrigerator full of baskets full of heads, and Jesus, the clone Jesus versus vampires. Nothing better to Christmas, folks, than sending that.
That actually sounds
Yeah.
badass.
I
Clone
appreciate
is.
the vampires.
Yeah, it's a definitely different thing, and I know that he would appreciate it. And I know he's missing one issue that I have them ordering for you. So when he comes in,
Oh, more.
so
I like it.
yeah, I missed because the thing is when I went and bought them, they forgot to give me issue 4. So you got 1, 2, 3, 5.
I think I noticed that, and I was like, "What the fuck's he doing? Come on, guy! Like, what's
I
going
bought I
on?"
bought them I bought the stack, right, and I went to my store and they're really good about it, but they screwed
Yeah,
up, so they ordered me 4, but 4 is like on back order, so it'll be here like
because
next week. So I'll have
thank
it and I'll
you,
ship it to you when it comes in.
thanks, man.
So nah, no problem. And Dave, I know that I couldn't get you anything because I was like I didn't really know what to get you, so I did the one thing you asked, which was send you a really good Christmas card, which I got in return, and I absolutely love it, folks. It is
Yeah.
hilarious. When an angel gets, what was it? Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings, and I absolutely busted out laughing because
It's a
it's an
plate of
angel.
chicken wings.
And if you're from New York, folks, you got to get your chicken wings at your pizza store, at the pizza spot, bro. Come on.
That's freaking good.
I love it.
That's awesome.
This
I
to me
I
meant
saw that.
so much.
I was at Target and I was looking at cards. I was like, oh, I have to get. I'm going through like different ones. My wife's like, oh, I'm like, plate of wings. Yep, that's it.
It was
That's
the
it.
win. I busted out laughing, and I was so like I was just it was just a great gift. And then Colin, I sent out his box with his gift for him and E, and they're fighting over it. So if you watch their videos, EC collects, you get to see them fighting over who gets what gift, which is hilarious. And then I think Darth I sent something, and Fig picks Steven, your gift is coming. I have to just wait for it to get in. So I try to do what I could, obviously everybody knows, the best gift to me is sending cards out. And that was the most fun. And every single one of my brothers got a card. And I thought that was just fun to send it out and actually do. And that's going to be my new tradition. So you guys are on the list every year, be expecting a card. So, I know we have a bunch of stuff going forward. And 2023 is going to be a great year for all of us. But this is going to be my new tradition. And hopefully when I actually get the paid version of this in a couple of months, I'll be doing this where we'll be adding more guys to the stream and we'll just be having fun. And it might just be my brothers, might just keep it to my family. I have to, because I like that, just keeping it small and fun. And then we'll sit here and talk shit like we've been doing. Because I have to admit, this is the best Christmas stream I've ever had. And, again, I thank you guys for your friendship. And, this is the best Christmas I'm going to have in a long time. I look forward to actually being Christmas Day in Disney, but spending this time with my brothers and going into it, and just getting ready for that is the best time of year, man. Seeing the kids get happy, seeing my boys get happy, like seeing you guys be successful is actually one of the best gifts I can get this year. So, Joe, congratulations on what you've been doing. Keep it going, brother. I love it. I love
Thanks.
what you're doing, and I know I got my invite coming, and I'm nowhere near the clout that these guys that you've been getting on there, but I definitely will bring the thunder when I come.
It's not
And
even about that, man. It's just about
shooting the shit. I know.
I don't even think I don't even think those guys look at it like that. To be honest with you, like what's popping yesterday, he's such a genuine guy, man. He doesn't look at it like that either. So whether you're me or whether you're what's popping or you, whoever, we're all in the same. Like he said yesterday on my show, he's like, we're all peers and we're all equal, you know.
It's
And
that
that
respect.
was the best thing I took from that whole interview, dude. Now I really want to have him on again because we didn't even touch half the stuff I wanted to touch with that guy because there's so much to talk about. But yeah, that was awesome. And yeah, when we have you on, it's going to be just as good. T3, we had him on there. None of them are better than another one. And they're all just special to me because I'm able to do this with you guys. So I wish you guys the best success too for next year and beyond.
And exactly. And Carlos, I know that you said you were looking to build a Tuma. Do you still need pieces? Because I got both legs.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a Tuma.
It's not a tumor.
I don't remember what I need though, but I know I need a Koye and Everett
Whatever-
Ross. I think Everett
Alright.
Ross was the head.
Yeah, Everett Ross is the head. So hit me up and let me know because I got both the legs. So I will send them to you if you need them.
Okay.
Dave, again, you've been so successful. I love what I'm seeing with what you're doing with your channel, just blowing up. I'm glad you got the new PC. It looks amazing. You know, you're doing the Toys for Tots. You're
Yep.
coming out swinging, and I'm loving what you're doing.
Yep.
Again, just be staying successful, brother. Keep putting out the love you've been putting out in the community for the kids, for us. And
Yep.
like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing what more you're going to be doing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, it's it's just me doing my little weirdness, and I got a few things I want to try and do next year, but we'll see what goes with that. But yeah, I mean, and I want to do a few more live streams, maybe have some of you guys pop up on there.
Dude, you always
And
let us know.
And I mean, honestly, when the live streams, you can't make a plan. It's always going to go off rails. You start talking about one thing and it turns into
100%.
something else.
Mike Tyson
So-
said it best. Everybody has a plan until you get hit in the mouth.
I thought he said it was ludicrous.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Crazy. But I
wanted to say
Go ahead.
that so everybody that's in this chat right now and whoever watches this afterwards, everyone has a stream, a live stream or something. I think pretty much 7 days a week there's one of us or someone that we know has something going on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So I know like Dave, yours are, I can't remember, Tuesdays or Thursdays.
Well, I was doing Thursdays for a while. I've been kind of backpedaling on it because I was pushing the Toys for Tots stream
Mhm.
that me and Duffman did, and we raised like over $600 for it.
Damn. That's
So,
awesome.
and that's part of the money that will be spent tomorrow for Toys for Tots when I do my me and the Buffalo Ghostbusters. We're doing our shopping spree tomorrow for all the kids. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that, man.
But also just like running all over the place. Like for a while, I didn't have an actual like working computer that I could record on, and now I do. So I was not doing videos for a while, so I was just kind of doing live streams. I've been kind of like live streamed out, so it's going to be picking up probably after Christmas.
Yeah. Let's get here. Glad you got to work a computer now because my laptop's about dead or dying. I have to use my wife. I'm using my wife's laptop because my computer's dying basically. I know like everyone has a different scheduling and all that, whatever. But I wanted to say like that effing figures on Sunday. I'm trying to remember 9 a.m. on the Eastern time. It's 6 a.m. on my time. I try to get onto not get into it, but I try to be on the live chat every Sunday. It's very hard because 6 a.m. is very, very early for me, but I've been on them. I've been getting in there. I got those last one that they did with Seth. I get in at the very end when they ended it. I'm all, God dang it, as I woke up too late. But for the most part, what I'm trying to say is all support each other, try to be on everybody's live stream. Like tonight or tomorrow with Joe and Scott's
Talking nerdy. Yes.
Talking Nerdy. Wednesday, I don't know if anyone has one Wednesday, but I know next Thursday will be the Overgrown Third Graders podcast. Last one. The last one.
Ever?
The last one of 2022. Keep the suspense. So that's the last one. That'll be the last one for this year. And then going into next year, it's going to be all sort of crazy because we have a ton of stuff that we're planning and we're hoping we'll get to do. I just want to say thank you, Co, for sponsoring my channel and to no, I was joking. But yeah, it's just supporting each other, like trying to be on each other's lives. I know you guys have been for the most part, like I've been on the ones that we've done on my channel, and I haven't done them. I don't do them as often as we were doing them. One, you get burnt out doing them. At one point, I think Joe, me, and Colin were on one every day for like 2 or 3 weeks straight, and they were like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, just nonstop. So you kind of get burnt out. But for the most part, it's just supporting each other. You know, we have Yukon now supporting him. There's a lot of brothers we got to support, and we just got to continue supporting each other in life, you know, off YouTube, on YouTube. And I feel like we're doing a good thing and supporting each other. That's why I'm excited for ICCC to meet up with whoever's going. I know Joe, me, and Colin are for sure in. Beastie, I know you're in the chat. You have yet to decide, so we should talk about that.
And I will not be able to do it this year, unfortunately, because it is 2 weeks before I have to be in New York City. So finances will not permit that.
Yeah, we're gonna drag you in. We're gonna kidnap you. Sorry, sucks for you.
I'm hopeful. I'm hoping. We are in the process of trying to figure that out and make that happen because I think that it would be to be able to get to meet with my brothers would be awesome, and to get us to do a show together would be amazing. And I think that many opportunities come along like that. So we're working on that. But like Carlos said, guys, it is one of the big things I did this for is that we want you guys to see what's out there and support. And you know, it sounds redundant, and I know people try to say for the algorithm. Fuck the algorithm. It's for the mental health. I do this for fun, but I'll talk to 10 people. I'll talk to one. I'll talk to nobody. But some people, they need to see at least a person. So, and my wife just said he'll definitely talk to nobody. So, but I want you guys to try to come out more. If you guys can't, we understand. Watch the replay. Get on the comment section. Give a thumbs up. Even if you don't like the video, what the guy says or the girl says, just jump in there. Give some positivity because negativity fucking brings people down, and I'm tired of it. My mantra for 2023: be positive. Negativity is going to go out the fucking window for me. I don't want it in my life. That regards to people, YouTube, fun, whatever. Things that don't need to be here are going to go. So good things stay. And that's what I know. I've been talking to my brothers about this a lot lately. You got to stay positive. There will be weekly affirmations coming from this channel and on Instagram that you guys just need to read through. Sometimes you just see it. It could be a 15-second short or 3 seconds just to read that little message. Put a smile on your face. Changes your whole day. And you don't realize that the 4 men here, that sometimes that little text I get from Joe or a message like the card I got today from Dave or even just talking to Carlos, that shit changes my day in a positive way. And we got to stay that way. So moving forward, folks, stay on that. We're here for you. We always will be. You guys know where to find us. Dave, you find it. Dave's to mention. He's got his YouTube channel. Yep. Check him out. He's amazing. Got some great shit coming. You got to be watching it. My boy JMC hitting home runs, getting these guys that I'm amazed and proud of him getting. You need to be watching them. And you need to be watching him with Colin because they're funny as hell. You need to watch tomorrow with him and Scott because I love Scott and Scott's awesome. And of course, the glue that's keeping us together, our boy Carlos T3 hitting the home runs also. He's in demand, folks. The guy gets talked about. Everybody, look at him. No, he's saying no. He is. Because if it wasn't for Carlos, I wouldn't have met Dave, and I wouldn't have met Colin, I wouldn't have met Joe, and I wouldn't have met a lot of you guys in here, Todd included. So guess what, folks? I want to say thank you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Festivus, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever holiday you celebrate. If you are feeling alone, reach out. There are people out there that the holidays can really get you down. These gentlemen here, including myself, the gentleman in the chat, we have a place that you can come to and talk, even if it's just to be like, hey, can I call you? Or it's too late to get a Christmas card. Not really. If you need a Christmas card, $1.45 it'll cost you to ship a card out. Sometimes it's all it needs to make someone's Christmas, folks. Let us know.
Sure.
We're here to do that. All right? Cheaper than a cup of coffee. I'm being real. Cheaper than a cup of coffee, sending a Christmas card. You don't realize how that can make the difference for somebody's day. All right?
100.
So I love you guys. I love everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for coming. It means a lot to this nerd here doing this. And like I said,
You mean
subscribe
geek.
to everybody's channel. Yeah, I'm a geek. I'm not really a nerd. I like geek more.
And have fun on your trip, dude. Have a blast. Have the time of your
Yes.
life. Be safe. Buy some good toys. Send me some
Oh.
pictures of some shit I might want. And
Oh, you already know. I've already reached out to my brothers.
Yeah.
They already know.
most
I'll be-
importantly, have fun with your family and
you're gonna be seeing the
Be
videos.
safe.
be safe.
I said it
Yeah,
just
be
before I
safe.
go. I packed one bag with 4 cameras, 2 tripods, and that's not even my little bag I'm bringing with me to take in the
So,
parks.
are you gonna ship your purchases back?
Oh no, we're driving, so I have my car.
Oh, you,
So any purchases,
you got enough
that
trunk space? You got a roof rack? Maybe
Uh,
rent one.
let's see the daughters.
Rent a U-Haul
lightsaber.
trailer. You can hitch put on a hitch.
I may have to because I know Colin already requested a helmet.
You may have to leave a daughter or 2 behind and go back for them later or something like that to make
Well,
The little one. The little
Well,
one.
the
you,
little one.
you know, if
Space.
there's
Get outta
any
here.
deals on lightsabers or something, you know.
Oh, I will hit.
Yeah,
people
you
up.
know, like at Ross, they have lightsabers. Just
Oh no, we're going to Savi's. We got to go to Savi's. We got to go big. This is the one time we're going to get to go in the next 5 years. So we're going to do this up big. And like I said, I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, you guys will be seeing shorts and seeing a lot of live stream. And then of course my brother will be seeing pictures of the family because they
Wait,
know
Dirty we watching Dirty Shorts.
Not those
Listen,
shorts.
it will be.
Oh,
It'll be
holy
later.
shorts.
That's the later. You gotta, Carlos. Shh, you gotta put me on.
Listen,
the spot.
that-
sorry,
Right
my
there.
mind already went there.
That's for his
5
only.
o'clock.
That's his only Geeks page. Okay, get it straight.
Exactly. That's my
Oh.
exactly. Shh, that's 2023. Don't talk about that yet.
Yeah, follow
But
me
it-
on Patreon.
Forget Patreon.
You can
exactly.
watch my
Patreon, the
After Dark.
OnlyFans. But yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming on. I appreciate you guys for even just taking for the time out of your day to watch us.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Enjoy your holiday. Enjoy the rest of the week. Like I said, reach out to us if you need to. I'm going to give the floor to my gentleman here, starting with Joe, ending with Carlos. Just tell them where they can find you, what you're doing this week.
Yeah, so as always on YouTube at JMC_collects my videos. I put a new video out today. Talking Nerdy is on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then every other Tuesday after that. It's not an every week thing. And then of course, that FM Figures on Sundays at 9 a.m. Eastern, and then sometimes I jump in there with overgrown third graders on Thursdays. So a lot going on, but it's winding down, man. So it's going to try to focus on Christmas, do another hunt, maybe put one more video out for this year. And yeah, we're going to be on Christmas morning too on That FM Figures. We're not taking any time off. So anybody who can show up, I know it's going to be busy. We're going to be on there. So
I'll be
Take your day
driving.
off.
I'll be driving, so you might see me jump in like
There you
just
go.
watching you, but
Yeah.
you may.
We know it's busy. We know people can't, but we're just gonna jump on there and see what happens. Never stop.
Gotta put that work in. All right, Dave.
Well, Dave's Dementia on YouTube. You can also find me at Dave's_Dementia on Instagram. I've been posting some of those videos that Dre's been commenting on, the little intros with Filmora. In fact, I dropped a video today, which is kind of a crash course to Filmora. Wanted to share for those people who want to make intros and just how easy it is. But I have a couple unboxings I need to do this week. I need to record some videos. But yeah, my channel is a mixture of anything and everything, whether it's talking tech, sports, or not sports, but toys, and just hangout streams. But this week I'm going to be doing some unboxings, so I'm going to be getting that out soon. I just have a ton of unboxings that I get to do, but just trying to catch up, and that's it.
And of course, Carlos, it's your turn. Don't be shaking your head. No, get on there.
No, I'm just laughing because Legacy said one of us should dress as Santa. I just said Joe loves playing Santa.
Oh, I love this. I've been reading the scroll. I love it.
And I'm thinking, I mean, obviously my mind's already there. Like he likes to play that bad Santa, so a dirty Santa. Yep. As well for me, I mean, you can find me at T3 Collects on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Vero. I have a whole ton of things I can show you. I'm on.
And on the corner of 3rd and Tatnall. In
Yep,
California.
that was my next one. Thank you very much, Joe.
Yeah.
What else was I going to say? I already forgot what I was going to plug. Oh, yes. I know this is a shameless plug right now, but I'm an affiliate with Entertainment Earth. I have been, and I have never even done anything with it until recently. So click the link, and anything that I post, make sure you order something. If it's in stock, you get 10% off. Anything over $39, you get free shipping. Also, I'm going to plug Joe's video for today because I did watch it, and I'm still a little salty about the Spider-Man. So anyway,
You mean this one?
See, yeah, that one.
Listen, we both are because I need that one too.
You'll get it. I just got lucky.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it for $190. That's what's gonna happen. But yeah, that F Figures every Sunday. Please go watch Colin and Joe. These are my brothers from another mother. And then obviously everyone needs to follow Dave. Watch his live streams. I was about to watch the Wonder Share thing you put up, but I almost would have missed this if I would have watched it.
Mhm.
So, but that'll happen tonight because
it's make sure you got plenty of snacks. It's like 40 minutes long.
Perfect.
It's a full crash course in how to use
like
Filmora and make intros and do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Perfect. I like it. And then I did drop a video today that I just kind of dropped unannounced. I just put it up. I think at like 3:00. I don't even remember. So that's up too. So I have 2 videos up basically in 1 week. That may happen more often. But do a ton of shorts. I also want to plug Yukon Phil next Sunday at 7 p.m. He has Santa Claus coming on. So be sure to go check that out. Sundays are very busy now, it seems like, with Joe and Colin, and then Yukon. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yakking with Yukon on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern, I believe it is.
Yeah, and he's booking. So you bookend. So in the morning, you give you a cup of coffee with our boys, my brothers here, JMC and EC, and then you finish out the night with yakking with Yukon.
With a little Santa Claus.
With a little Santa Claus. And he did say if you have kids and you want to be on the stream, you reach out to him through Instagram, and he will gladly bring your kids on, and it'll be a fun thing for the family. It's a family-friendly show, so usually he does cuss a little bit in his regular stuff, but this is family-friendly, and he was very particular about saying that, so I just wanted to make sure I stated that for him.
Yeah.
And by the way, this Sunday, I forgot to mention, OG Geek is joining us. So
home run.
Awesome.
Check us out for that one. That's going to be awesome.
Way to steal my guest. That's
now,
okay.
Dre, you said you were a Gundam fan back in the day, right?
I still am.
Sunday nights on Cold Bean Games, he does his Gunpla Hanger, where we
true.
do Gundam build live streams.
See, I can't do that. That's money.
Well,
I just,
well,
it
even if you
hurts me.
just hang out and watch,
I will.
he's got a figgy mountain, just tons of. He's got room full of Gundam kits. The guy does so much Gundam. Like even if you just
I'll
hang
check
out
it
and
out.
watch, it's fun.
I'll definitely come by and check it
Yep.
out. So, guys, again, in this comment section, if you guys want, plug yourselves. I know YouTube has a weird thing about that, but if you have to, go on Instagram, come in the Collector Safe Space. I will plug your channel for you, and my brothers here always share it back out. So we will always plug it in our stories and on our channels. So feel free if you need that help and you don't have the voice and you need to be if I need to be the voice of the voiceless, I'll CM Punk. I'll do it. And really, Carlos is more like the CM Punk. I'm more like a Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I'll take it. Either
I'll
which way.
take
Be the
that.
voice of
I'll
the
take
voice.
that.
Exactly.
I'll be the
So thank
Undertaker.
you. Hey, I see it. I see it, Joe.
I guess I'm Mick Foley now.
hey,
Ooh,
enjoy it.
Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack.
Cactus
But
Jack.
thank you.
Bang,
But
bang.
thank you guys. Bang bang. So thank you guys for coming on. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna end this now, so my brothers can go enjoy the rest of their evenings, and you guys can enjoy the rest of your evenings. And as always, guys, stay geeky, y'all. Peace.
Rest in
Peace.
Happy holidays,
in
guys.
peace. Happy holidays.